Hello, welcome to our first show, From Simmer to Sizzle. I'm Jacob.
And I'm Nikki.
And we're starting a series today that is geared towards new cooks. I'll show you how to follow a recipe, improvise when you need to, and how to mix a cocktail and serve. I'm a foodie.
And I'm a new foodie.
And I've been cooking since 2013 in high school. I've been collecting cookbooks and experimenting with recipes. I'm not afraid to mix things up and be creative in the kitchen. I've also picked up some bartending skills along the way, so each episode will include a drink.
And I enjoy being in the kitchen with my mom, helping her on holidays and just helping her cook in general. Some things I like to make on my own are broccoli casserole, fettuccine alfredo, and brownies. And I'm not an adventurous eater, but I am trying new things.
Well, today won't really be new. We're just doing chocolate chip cookies. They're a soft baked cookie, they're nice and thick, and we're making a salted honey butter to go with them. You just spread them on the top, pairs very nicely. I found this recipe out of the Action Bronson cookbook. That's delicious.
Jacob!
And we have the perfect drink to serve with them called the Milk and Cookies Cocktail by Steve the Bartender.
Well, what are you waiting for? Let's get started.
So the ingredients that we'll need for these chocolate chip cookies, we're going to start with 2.5 packed cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt. We have them measured out already, and go ahead and whisk those together for me. In the meantime, we're going to measure out 1 3/4 cup brown sugar. We're using dark brown sugar, but it really doesn't matter. We're also going to need 2 sticks of softened and unsalted butter. We're going to put those into our mixing bowl, put them in the mixer, and cream them together. Alright, so we've got our mixer here. Go ahead and put that on. I'm going to get our butter. We got our 2 sticks of softened butter. That's fine.
It's fine.
I prepared for this.
You can cut that out.
Cut that out? No.
Can I cut this on here?
Yeah, go ahead. Just put that on there.
Oh wait, I don't know if it's locked. It is, right?
Probably.
Oh, no.
No, it's not. Oh boy. Alright. Alright, then go ahead and start mixing that. It's on the other side, yeah.
Do I gotta take this thing off?
You can.
Yeah, you can. We don't need to
do
take it off right now.
You do it.
Okay. Yeah, all we need to do is just knock this stuff off. It's going back in there anyway, so it doesn't have to be too precise. And we want to make sure we get all the stuff off the sides. So we get it back down into the middle.
Oh, there you go.
Alright, now we're going to crack 2 of our eggs into it. So go ahead and crack those in there.
You crack
What?
it on this or that?
It's up to you.
Everybody does it different.
Okay, how do you do it?
I'm not good at cracking eggs.
Okay.
Oh, see, I told you. 1. Okay, where do I do
Here.
it? Oh, that was better.
Not bad. Alright. I'll take that.
Can I go wash my hands?
Yeah. Alright. So now that we've got the eggs in there, we're going to turn the mixer back on. Alright, the bowl's already locked. Just gotta... And we do need to add the vanilla extract. This one isn't open, so I gotta grab the open one. That's fine.
It's fine.
Oh, there's not much left. I can see why you got another one. So we're just gonna...
You measure like my mom.
There was so little left in
She
there.
doesn't measure.
We need 1 tablespoon, and that was like half of a teaspoon. Alright, go ahead and turn it off. We do need to add this stuff. Alright, in the drawer to your right, I've got my measuring spoons. Perfect. We need 1 tablespoon. Toss that in there. Alright, so now that that is nicely incorporated, we are going to turn it down to low. That should be low enough. We're going to mix in the dry ingredients without making a mess.
This is a lot easier than just pouring it in.
Yeah, but it's a lot slower too.
It's okay.
Are you waiting for it to be on the other side before you dump it in?
Are you noticing that?
A little bit.
You're probably like, just dump it in already.
Yeah. Alright. Going to get all that off of there because it's in one big clump on the paddle. Look at that. Alright. Now that our dough has formed, our flour is mixed in and everything, we're going to add a pound of chocolate chips.
A pound?
Yeah, a whole pound. It's a lot.
Like at once?
Yeah, just dump it all in there. It'll be fine.
It's fine.
All right. Then let's go ahead and turn that back on. Just let it mix up, get the chocolate in there. Oh yeah, really just crunching through that chocolate. A pound of chocolate chips. It's it's a lot.
That's a lot.
So the next step is to, once we've got our dough mixed up and all the chocolate chips in there, we're going to scoop it out. We want, I don't know, like 1 ounce size. It's kind of hard to say. Just, eyeball it. Give it a good scoop. That's probably fine. Going to plop it onto there and then roll it into a ball. And you don't have to worry about spacing them out right now because they're not going into the oven yet. Alright, so now we've got the cookie dough all balled up, placed on a tray, pretty close together, but that doesn't matter because we're not going to bake these yet. We are going to put them in the fridge for 30 minutes. That'll fit. Come on.
Now we're making the butter?
Yeah, so while that's chilling, we're going to make our salted honey butter. For that, we're going to need 2 more sticks of softened and unsalted butter. We're going to need half of a cup of honey, which is most of this. And we're going to need half a teaspoon of salt.
Okay.
So we're going to put that in the mixing bowl there. Go ahead and dump that into there.
I need a thing.
Here.
I'm done with this.
Yeah. There's our salt.
And how much of this?
Half a cup.
Oh my god, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's a 12-ounce bottle, and half a cup is 4 ounces. Yeah. So it's about a third of this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lots of honey.
Yeah. All right, watch out behind you. I'm going to give this guy. We're just going to fill that, put it in there.
We need music playing.
We're almost there.
Come on.
There you go.
Okay, that's good.
All right. This was full.
It was full.
We've got our salt, our honey, and our butter, which is all the ingredients need for salted honey butter. We're going to put that in the mixer with the paddle attachment, which is in here somewhere. Got it. Oh. Hope we caught that. Spilled water all over myself.
Oh, I missed it. Darn.
All right.
Okay.
Now, we need to put this on there before we lock it. There we go. And we're just going to turn it on. We're going to let that go until it gets... That's loud. We're going to let that go until it gets well mixed and fluffy. That's how we want it. So we've got our butter done. We let it just sit in the mixer on medium or high speed for not very long. It doesn't take long to get it nice and fluffy. And then we're going to scoop it into our bowl. Just like that.
Thank
you. Doesn't look very presentable, but that's it. That's just the salted honey butter. All right, and while our cookies are chilling, we're also going to go ahead and mix up our drink. This is the milk and cookies cocktail. We're gonna take our mixing glass full of ice. We're going to get, what is this? Half an ounce of maple syrup. It's in there, there it is. Put that over there, please. We're going to use 1 ounce of coffee or espresso or whatever you got, cold brew, doesn't matter. This isn't gonna pour nicely, so.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, look at that. Oh yeah.
Can you
That's
just
fine.
dump
We'll
that
clean
in?
it up in a second.
Oh, because so much.
Beautiful. We're going to use 1.5 ounces of whiskey. For this, I'm going to use Old Overholt rye. It's a pretty cheap rye. Mixes really well with a lot of things. And then we're going to get some milk. This is not going to pour nicely either. Here we go. Party time. We need 3 ounces. 1, 2, 3.
Are you done with this?
Yeah, just move that off to the side. All right. Gonna put it all in the shaker with some ice. Shake it up. And then we're going to strain it into our cup. And that's the drink. I mean,
Where's
that's
whipped
really
cream?
it. We have some whipped cream somewhere. Might as well.
Ooh.
Yeah, it could have been better. It's falling over. But yeah, that's the drink. Sure.
Try it out.
This whipped cream is going to go all over my face. It's good. I mean, it is good. Man, hate it when that happens. So now that we've given the cookies about 30 minutes in the fridge, it's time to take them out, put them on some other baking sheets. There they are. So we're going to move these, spread them out across the other baking sheets, make sure they have a little bit of space, 1 to 2 inches. And when we put them on there, we're going to flatten them just a little bit so that they, well, I don't really know why we're flattening them. We can cut that. So let's go ahead and get doing that. All right, so we've got our cookies spread out across our baking sheets. Now we're going to put them in the oven that we have preheated to 350 degrees. We're going to put them in there for about 12 to 15 minutes. And we know they're done when the bottoms, we check the bottoms with a spatula, and those are solid. They're not sagging in any way. So let's go ahead. We're going to do them one tray at a time. We're going to do them in batches, put them in for 12 to 15. When we take them out, we're going to leave them on the tray while we put the next batch in and let them get that kind of carryover cooking to let them, firm up. So let's go ahead. All right, so these cookies just came out of the oven. We can tell they're done because they're not sagging and the bottom is nice and brown. So we're going to leave these on the tray for a couple minutes while the tray's still hot, get a carryover cooking while we get the next batches going, and just let these firm up. Once they're done, we're going to transfer them to the cooling rack and they'll be ready to eat.
They're done!
Yeah, that's it. So our cookies are done. They've sat on the rack for a few minutes and they're nice and cool. Our butter's here, our drink's here, and that's everything. I mean, go ahead. Let's put some butter on these and try them.
Are you gonna try one too?
Yeah.
Okay.
I also gotta, try the drink.
Why?
Because you're not gonna drink it.
Why? Because it's got alcohol in it. There we go. I don't wait for you.
Yeah. This butter's a mess.
These are better than last time.
Last time, they were pretty dry last time. Yeah, these are good. Oh, that is way stronger. It gets in my mustache every time. And now I got cookie dough stuck in my teeth. And that's our show. So join us again next time. We'll be making more food. Probably something more adventurous than just chocolate chip cookies. But we'll see. She has
We'll
limits.
see.
Thanks for joining us from Simmer
To Sizzle.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.